Good evening, friends, and welcome. Many of us have been waiting for this day from January 13th last year. It's my pleasure, as always, to welcome the one and only Sanjay Subrahmanyan. In fact, I have to give the punch by saying the one and only Sanjay Subrahmanyan. Because he's the rock star of Indian classical music. I can just go on speaking about him, but I want to hear his concert. He's been coming year after year, and every time he comes up with something new, something unexpected, something dynamic, something fresh, something surprising. It's just so unbelievable how one person can keep reinventing himself, though being in the same idiom of South Indian classical music. I invite people from Kerala, from Tamil Nadu, from Karnataka, from Andhra, from even outside India. And this entire festival is dedicated to Maharaja Swathi Tirunal, who has made around 400 compositions in several languages. I always hope that the artists who come here would act as ambassadors for Maharaja's works. And Sri Sanjay Subrahmanyan easily leads all the musicians who sing his compositions in other places also. I've heard Sanjay sir sing Maharaja's compositions like not even Devadeva Kalyami type very popular songs, but Rasa Vilasa, big compositions like that in Madras Music Academy, in Delhi, in Bombay, in Australia. So I'm eternally thankful. And if a superstar like him sings any song, just because of that, 10 other people will feel like learning them and singing them. So I remain thankful to him always. In fact, there are some musicians I request them to learn a few rare songs and come. With Sanjay sir, I tell him, you already know so many songs, so even if you repeat something you have sung 15 years ago, it's not a problem. But still he'll come up, not only with Maharaja Swathi Tirunal, generally as a matter of principle, he does that. Sometimes when we watch programs on National Geographic or Discovery Channel, and we see some strange creatures under the sea, we never even imagined that such things existed. So today, for example, when I asked him what I don't want to spoil the surprise by saying what, but when I asked him what he was going to sing, he said something as the first opening piece. And that gave me the same feeling of seeing one of these deep sea creatures. I didn't even know such a composition existed. So I'm really, really waiting eagerly to hear not only the first song, but till the last song. And normally, when I invite a musician, they ask me what would be the duration of the concert. I say, well, there's no strict timing, from 6 to around 9. But Sri Sanjay Subrahmanyan can sing till 5:45, January 4th next year. So please welcome Sri Sanjay. And if it is Sanjay Subrahmanyan who is singing, then we have the team of men in white. So it has to be none other than Sri S. Varadarajan. He's again one of the most sought after, most beloved musicians I have ever seen. I've been following his career from the time I was a kid and he was even more of a kid. This time, this festival featured several kids who were below 30, in case you haven't noticed. So Varadarajan, I've been listening to him and admiring him from the time he was a Kuti Papa. Even now, he's a Kuti Papa, but even more of a Kuti Papa. But his artistry, his virtuosity, his sensitivity, his ability to repeat anything that any surprise the singer springs on the spot. And whatever anyone sings, when he plays back the same thing, it sounds a little better than what we sang. I don't know how, and without deliberately trying to be one up on the singer. And he's a fantastic soloist, and those of us who attended his solo program here, accompanied by his guru, Professor T.V. Gopalakrishnan, several years ago, we can never forget that. And Varadarajan is another person to whom I extend a welcome again and again and again and again. Please welcome. The third member of the Men in White team played yesterday, actually, Neveli Venkatesh. But today we have a small mix and match happening. And we have one of our superstars from Trivandrum, Sri Nanjal Arun. There are so many musicians who might have great amount of knowledge, but just the demeanor, the spirit they bring on stage makes a big difference. And Sri Arul is ever pleasant, ever positive, ever ready. And he can just lift the concert and we feel like we are flying when he's playing. Whether it's for a soft instrumental concert or an aggressive singing concert, Arul, he's mercurial and versatile. And it's always a pleasure to welcome Sri Arul. On the Khatam, we have Perukau Sri P.L. Sudhir. Normally, he's one of the few artists who attends a lot of other concerts here also, but because he was so busy, he's teaching in college, and he plays mridangam, he does konnakol. Thunder is the sound system here is not strong enough to take his konnakol actually. So he's an unbelievable musician, and the percussion duo, you can definitely be in for a treat. So please welcome Steve. And among the men in white, we have a colorful lady, whoever was here yesterday, I don't have to tell you anything, but because you heard what she is capable of, Bhagya Lakshmi on the Mohsen. She comes from a family of percussionists. Her brother plays the Mohursank and her father is also a great percussionist. And something, in singing, we each have a different kind of voice and dynamics, everything is different. But in a small instrument like Mohursank, she has already defined a very, very clear and dynamic style of her own. And there are so many people who are mega Bhagya Lakshmi fans, starting with me. So please welcome Bhagya. And on all 10 days, well, this time only 9 days, we have Sri Ananthapuram on the tantura. So I request those of you with mobile phones to keep them in the silent mode and be here from January 4th to 13th next year. Thank you.